Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. On the visiting sideline, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Brian Harbaugh of the Ravens. These guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Welcome in, everybody. Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward, and I know all of us are ready for this new season to begin. And here we go on EA Sports. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Well, here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
And I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opening, right, week one, all has a sense of gratitude, all has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
First down, here's Dak. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dak now from the gun. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Lamb has another one. Get this down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Dallas first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Dallas.
First carry of the game for the rookie out of Oklahoma. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Davion Clowney on that stop.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's a difficult.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but you can't start much better than that.
Ajante Western to return it. Showing a little burst so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On first down, Jackson has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 5 here. 2nd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 32-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's complete. 2-2 Atwell. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
3rd and long for him here. Brandon Aubrey on now to attempt the field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Aubrey puts it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. First play is a design run. Big gain, 14 on the play. That'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, Dallas.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's the Cowboys out in front. Back to the bank in just a moment. 2nd quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. From the gun is Prescott. It's Jonathan Mingo complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. To the line, here's 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's the lone back on the handoff. They call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Dak. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. Play number 7 on this drive. They need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Look at this. Here he goes. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
Hey, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. See zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers. You can find a completion just like that.
First and 10 now from the 46.
And the Baltimore first down.
Play action. Here's Jackson. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
Marquise Bell on the coverage.
Throwing again is Lamar. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Jackson on third and 1. Flushed out of the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. Well, we've all seen a lot of QBs make some magical plays rolling to the right. Buying time before throwing it up. But not this time. As the defense steps in front of that one, probably shouldn't have been thrown.
Yeah, discretion the key in so many of these situations for quarterbacks. Like game management and decision-making is so critical. I love that he escaped the pocket rolls, right? Tries to buy time for his guys to help him, but when there is nobody there, you either got to tuck it and run or live to play another day.
Close secured by George Pickett. 30. He's at the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. George Pickens the touchdown. Rookie's extra point is good. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11.
14. Ravens 3.
Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Here's Wester on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. It's Henry on the counter. He's stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. This is Henry on second. Rolling into enemy territory. We've set it down from 37. First down, and they go right back to it. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. We haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. All set now, first and 10. Changing it up here, Jackson buys time, rolling right. That one connects. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a one-score game before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Cowboys and George Pickens set for this next possession. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Throwing on first is Prescott. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. First and 10 now from the 46. First down, here's Dak. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They fake the hands off. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught by Mingo. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. And now ahead of 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Throwing again. Prescott. Into the hands of Pickett. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
1st and 10.
Working from the pistol, Prescott finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout.
2nd and 6. At the Ravens 13.
Dak throwing again. Drops back. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now. So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Groupie sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off for points. They did just that.
Here comes the final play of our first half. The final throw before the break. Escapes the pocket. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. The Cowboys scoop it up. And they take a little momentum for themselves here, Brock, as they get the turnover on the final play of our half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. It's like the first day of school, isn't it? Week 1 of the 2026 NFL season. We're back for year 2 at EA Sports, so let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North.
The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. We've set it downs from the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking to his fullback now. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's Henry running left. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Another run for Henry. Breaks the tackle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down throw for Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Henry will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And this is stopped behind the line as well. As their medical staff heads out to check on him. Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it 17 all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fields this one at the 3. Escapes a defender. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The Cowboys and George Pickens set for this next possession. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. That is caught. He's got Lamb. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. A 3rd down run with Blue. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It remains tied after 3, so we're going to have to decide things in our 4th quarter. Third down, line to gain, 9 yards out. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Ravens get him, down he goes. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. The drive begins with Henry. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After that play, we see some concern out there, and now we know why. That's our top pick in the draft who's shaken up. Boy, they had big expectations for him this season. Hopefully this turns out to be nothing. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down. Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Running for the marker on second. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He gets 6 on that play, and that's good for a Ravens first down. Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Lamar. They'll set up the screen for Henry. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. And that is exactly what they were after, Bronk. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. He connects on the point after. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense headed out there. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down. Here's the backup. First throw. Escapes out to the left. And into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down. He's back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
We see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completes it again to Pickens. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Blue. And he gets them the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Wester on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's going to wind up out of bounds a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, Brock. So they're going to be looking to make up some ground here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now to throw. He put everything. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Offense to the line for 1st down. Conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the 4th minute. It's a touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He dodged the tackle. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Complete out to the right. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Force overtime.